Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Stronger Than Parkinson's. My name's Chad, I'm your host and the owner of DopaFit, a personal training company that specializes in working with people who have Parkinson's disease. This week we're going to do something a little different. Normally we go over some gross motor movements, which are the large ones with moving our hands and our arms and everything in all different sorts of directions. This week we're going to slow it down a little bit and we're going to work on fine motor coordination. Okay, this is going to help you do things like button your shirt, for the women out there to put on your makeup, or working on any other small items in the house. So I'm going to show you two different exercises. These ones do require a little bit of equipment, which I know normally I try to stay away from that. So I will explain the equipment a little bit, and luckily one of them is a household item that most people will have lying around. So why don't we start there? So as you can see, I have a box of toothpicks. Okay, it's just your regular toothpicks, your wood ones, nothing special. All right, you're going to want to take 5 toothpicks out of the box. And then you're going to take these 5 toothpicks and you're going to line them up on the box so the ends are hanging off. You want to make sure you have room because you're going to need to be picking them up with your hands. So if you have a matchbox that doesn't work, or a toothpick box that doesn't work, you can always try a Max box or anything else that is thinner than the actual toothpicks. Okay, I hope I can get this on the first shot because it is a difficult maneuver. And if you do have a pretty hard tremor, you want to make sure that maybe try to do it more when your medication is working at its best, okay? So let's start. We're going to take our 2 thumbs and we're going to take it and we're going to squeeze that toothpick together in between. And then we're going to pick it up. You want to keep the pressure on the toothpick so it stays in between your fingers. You're going to take your next fingers and then squeezing it again and then picking it up. And now it's going to start to get a little tricky. So now we're going to go with the next fingers. Oh, got it. There's 3. Uh-oh, I feel like I'm losing them. I lost 1. And pick it up. And the last one. And good. I gotta tell you, about 8 out of 10 times I end up dropping the thumb one, so don't get discouraged. And if you drop everyone every time you do it, that's okay. The point is to work at it to get better. So now that we have them up, I'm gonna leave the thumb one off so that way I don't disturb the other ones that I have picked up. Now we're gonna take them, we're gonna put them back down. Okay? Good. Stuck. There we go. One more. You want to try to go nice and slow. If you need to, you can use the other finger. If you're like me and we're squeezing them in there to make sure they didn't fall and putting them back down. And good. And what I'm going to do, just because the thumbs I did drop, I'm going to pick it up again. Bring it out nice and high and then bring it back down. And good. So as you can see, it is as difficult as it looks. All right, but don't get discouraged. Keep working at it. Even if you just have to do one at a time, you pick it up, put it back down, and then go to the next one and pick it up and put it back down. And just keep working on it. And hopefully, eventually, you'll be able to get where you can do them all up and down at once. So now we're going to move that to the side. I was a little worried how I was going to perform on that one on camera. I don't think I did too bad. I did drop one, but it's all right. I got through it. So next is the TheraPutty. If you've done any type of occupational therapy or even physical therapy, there's a good chance you might have used it. So here's the one I have. I have the medium resistance, which is the green one in this case. There's also, it comes in a extra soft, which is the tan, extra soft, which is yellow, red, which is soft, then the green, then blue, and then black. Okay, this is done by Can Do Therapy. So sometimes if you get TheraPutty from a different company, the colors mean different things. So the green will not always be medium. So make sure you check which one it is before you get it. And I suggest that if you feel your hands aren't that strong, because even the medium is relatively difficult for me, you might want to start with the one underneath that and then work your way up. You can find them on Amazon, or if you just go to Google and type in TheraPutty, TheraPutty, a whole bunch of different ones will come up. And they also sell little individual ones. I have the pound one because I use it with my clients, but little individual ones, and you can buy 3 or 4 different strengths and figure out which one works best for you. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick your TheraPutty up. You're going to take it in just one hand, and we're going to mold it into a ball. Okay, the goal is to be able to do this with just one hand, squeezing it in and out and moving it around and manipulating it until we get a relatively round ball. And once we get it in that ball, I want you to put all 4 fingers on it, and you're just going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until it really starts coming out. Squeeze it out through both ends and you feel like you can't push it down anymore. Then you're going to take your fingers off, and then we're going to roll it back into that ball again. You want to make sure that you get it into a nice, smooth, round ball, because this is also a very pivotal part of the exercise, is manipulating it around in your hands. So once we get it back to where we started, we're going to put our 4 fingers back on again, and we're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until it really starts to seep out those ends. And then we're going to do it again. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do that 10 times on your right hand. Then you're going to switch it over to your left hand, and you're going to do it 10 times in this hand. Same thing. We're rolling it all around, getting it into a nice ball, and then squeeze, and again. Squeeze until it's all the way through. Just like any other exercise, you're going to probably see that one hand will be stronger than the other, but always make sure you're working both hands just as hard. So then you're going to take it and do 10 times in your left hand. And then if you feel like it wasn't hard enough for you and your hand isn't really that fatigued, you can go back to the other hand and do it 10 here and again and 10 here and again. My suggestion is I wouldn't do more than 3 sets in each hand, a set being 10 repetitions, because you can really start to fatigue your hand a little too much. I want you to make sure you can still do other things throughout the day. I plan on making more videos for the TheraPutty. So if you're feeling adventurous, again, go on Amazon or just Google TheraPutty, grab yourself some and get ready for some more great videos, because I'm sure a lot of you hope that you can get your handwriting better and really doing things like buttoning your shirt. And on the topic of buttoning the shirt, I don't know if you've seen it, but our very own Allison, the Parkinson's American Ninja Warrior, has started a t-shirt challenge. So if you go to www.tshirtchallenge.org, you will see all of the ways that you can help participate in it, and it's really just to advocate for people who don't have Parkinson's or don't know people who have Parkinson's, to understand that Parkinson's can even make something as putting a t-shirt on extremely difficult. As always, thanks again for watching, and get out there and be stronger than Parkinson's.